Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Here's a little wind blowing. Walked down to the mailbox and don't usually get mail there because it's not secure, it's not safe. So if you're gonna mail something to us, would you mail it to P.O. Box 57 in Oilton 74052? Because it's not secure. It's not secure down there. It's right on the highway and anybody can get in it. But walked down there. I took a trash bag with me, picked up a little bit of trash, and um, came back up. But Stella is with me today, and she enjoys those moments where we get to go run and be free. And it's a beautiful day, but man, the wind. I feel like we're going to have another spring like we had last spring where it was just wind, 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 wind. Friday, I guess, is supposed to be absolutely horrible. Um, Tornadoes, fires, wind, wind, and more wind. So if you're burning anything, please be careful with that. Please, please be careful with that. Been praying and asking the Lord to guide me and what to say and what to do for the lives, not just today, but every day. Because a lot of times I want to go with what is hurting in me, and I know that's not always the way to go. So I'm just praying, and he sent me to 2 Corinthians 12, and it starts at verse 8, but we kind of have to keep the whole story in. So I'm going to kind of go through this, and it's Paul's vision and his thorn in the flesh is the title of it. And this boasting is also foolish, but let me go on. Let me tell about the visions and revelations I received from the Lord. I was caught up in the third heaven 14 years ago. Whether my body was there, just my spirit, I don't know. Only God knows. But I do know that I was caught up in the paradise and heard things so astounding they cannot be told. The experience is something worth boasting about, but I'm not going to do it. So what he's saying is, even though he should boast, he's not going to. I'm going to boast only about my weaknesses. I have plenty to boast about and would be no fool in doing it because I would be telling the truth. But I won't do it. I don't want anyone to think more highly of me than they can actually see in my life and my message. Even though I received wonderful revelations from God, but to keep me from getting puffed up, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment me from keeping me from getting proud. A torment from Satan to keep me from getting proud. And a lot of times we do get proud. We get proud in our accomplishments. We get proud in the things that we do. We get proud in the things that we see, or how, we get proud in our stuff. And, the American dream is all about stuff. It's not about living a good, quality, healthy life. It's all about gaining. Gaining, get a bigger house, get a this, get a that, get a hit. I just want a little house full of love and joy and peace and just all of the things. So, starting in verse 8, not 3 nights in a row, but 3 different times. He's making, so we understand it's a scope, not just of a week, but of a life. 3 different times I begged the Lord to take it away. And he's talking about the thorn in his flesh. And each one of us have a thorn in our flesh that absolutely drives us crazy. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a person. Sometimes it's a situation. Sometimes it's a job. Sometimes it's a child. I mean, it can be all kinds of things that can be our thorn in our flesh that just is constant. But again, unfortunately, it usually is a person. And they just continually know how to pick at us and pick at us and pick at us, and they know that, and so they keep doing it. They're being a tool of the enemy when they are. Each time he said, my gracious favor is all you need. So my favor, my mercy is all that you need. My grace is all that you need. It's all that we need. His mercy and his grace, that's all we need. My power works best in your weakness. And why do you think that is? Because when we are weak, we're not thinking about us. We're not thinking about what we're doing. We're just focusing on him and our weakness. In our weakness, his power is made, my power works best in your weakness. So, Paul says, I am now glad to boast about my weaknesses, so the power of Christ can work through me. Since I know it's all for Christ's good, I am quite content with my weaknesses, and with insults, hardships, persecution, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong. We never look at it that way. When we are insulted, we don't look at it that way. We don't look at our weaknesses as strength. We just don't. But Paul said, I am quite content with my weaknesses and with insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. Quite content with that. That means he was happy. And had this conversation this morning about having a great day. But when your great day doesn't include something that you feel like you want or you need, you don't feel like you're going to have a great day. You can still have a great day. You can still go and do those things. You can still have a great day even if it doesn't include what you want it to include. You can still be happy with the insults that are coming your way, and they are a barrage of insults. A lot of times, each one of us faces that season. We can be content with our hardships, with the persecutions, and the calamities. The Lord never promised us ease of life. He just promised to be there with us. And my power works best in your weakness is something we need to remember. Because his power is all that we have need of. And he says, my gracious favor is all you need. My mercy and grace is all you need. Some days it's hard to see when we're in the middle of the storm. When we don't understand why things are going the way they are. When we don't take ownership for why things are going the way they are, it's going to take us a little bit longer. If we take ownership and just own it, yeah, I made this mistake, I did this, then we get past it a little bit quicker. But we have to own our stuff too, and then we also have to not boast. And that's where a lot of us get guilty. We boast. Well, I did this, I helped them, I did this, I did that, I saved the day, I tithed more money, I did this and I did that, I did. We like to boast. And it's hard sometimes not to realize that we need to just be still and hear what the Lord has to say and do as he has asked us to do. Most days that's easy. Some days that's really hard. But we need to be obedient to him. And in our weakness, let his strength be all that we have. And we will succeed in all that we want. And that thorn in our flesh will not have power over us. Because we've given it to God and we've allowed him to take it for us. My stomach is really growling. I hope that it's not coming through on the audio, because my stomach is growling like crazy. So since I know it's all for Christ's good, I'm quite content with my weaknesses. We need to learn to be content with our weaknesses. Does that mean that we need to let our weaknesses we just need to flounder in them? No, we can always continue to try and better ourselves and do better, and not, just sit around and say, well, those weaknesses, I'm just going to let them go, because, no. We can always better ourselves. God always wants us to better ourselves. But we need to be careful in that we don't allow ourselves to become boastful in what we're doing. Well, I went and fed the homeless, or I went and did this. We can't boast about those things. And it plainly states in the Bible, don't let the left hand know what your right hand's doing. You don't have to go tell anybody, because it's not for anybody else's viewing pleasure. It's for God. And that's all that we need to be concerned about. I talked about that yesterday. His opinion is the only opinion we need to be worried about. Are we truly being the effectual prayer warrior, even for the people that hurt us, even for the people that despitefully use us? Are we being the effectual prayer warrior for them? Are we going to the throne of Christ with our hurts? But are we also going to the throne of Christ for them? It's hard to do. When somebody hurts you, it's hard to pray for them. But we have to understand, for even when I'm weak, then I am strong. We have to understand that. His power makes us strong. I hope you guys have a great, great day. Men, tonight you have a meeting at 7. You meet over in the multipurpose building, which is just right the next building over from the main church. Ladies, we will meet at 10:30 in the morning, and then youth will be tomorrow as well. I'm a little earlier today than I have been because I get to go watch my grandbabies this afternoon, and I'm kind of excited about that. My daughter has to do parent-teacher conferences, which she is terrified about. This is her first year teaching, so she's had to learn a lot and change a lot and grow a lot, and I'm very, very proud of her. But and then youth is normal. So I hope that you all have a great evening and you get to get out and enjoy the sunshine, because sunshine is good for the soul. I have always said that. I don't care if it's 20 degrees, as long as the sun is shining, I am excited. Cloudy days, I would never make it in Portland or someplace where it's rainy and cloudy all of the time. I would never make it. Never, ever make it. I need sunshine. So I hope you guys have a great, great evening, and I will see you back here tomorrow.